All right, welcome to Rugby Rundown. This is going to be the first breakdown video I'm doing for rugby, just a rugby video in general. So this has been a long time coming. It's just kind of, I haven't had any rugby that I've been too interested in. But international rugby was back, started yesterday with Bledisoe Cup 1, which is the test between Australia and the All Blacks. Diving right into it, I think great game overall. Final score 16-16, but I think really the main takeaway I had is Australia had a great game and New Zealand kind of hung in there. And to preface that, I'm a full New Zealand fan. Like, that's my team. I have an extreme bias towards the All Blacks. It's just they didn't look quite as good. So just right off the bat, you had that first try from Jordie Barrett in the corner, pretty quick. I should mention I did miss the first 20 minutes of this test match because it was broadcasting here, and apparently college football takes precedent over rugby in Canada, so no surprise there, but it made it so I missed the first 20 minutes, and I did miss that try. I know there was some controversy with Rieko Ioane, whether or not he stepped out of bounds. Really, I think, though, the actual play itself was really good. It showed the All Blacks doing what the All Blacks can do. Then, apparently, and this started within the first 20 minutes, and it continued from when I started watching, and really throughout the game, it was clear to see that the Wallabies had possession for most of the time. It felt like it was like 3/4 of the time the Wallabies had the ball, and 1/4 of the time the All Blacks did. To be fair, the All Blacks, they made the most of it. They had some very good attacks. When plays came off, they came off. They went very well. But I think Australia did a very good job of stealing the ball away from the All Blacks, retaining possession, hitting it up, crashing, tiring out the All Blacks. I think the final tackling stats were 120 tackles by the All Blacks to 90 for the Wallabies, something around that range. So that just goes to show you that the Wallabies were making the All Blacks work on defense. And as a result of that, you could see that the All Blacks weren't able to generate as much offense as they like. All Blacks are a great offensive team. They have a great defense as well. But when you watch them play, especially when they were playing their Super Rugby Aotearoa season, the offense is what drew people in. They had some brilliant moments. So I have to say a huge props to Australia. And I'm not usually an Australian fan. I don't really love watching them, especially the past few years. But with Michael Cheika gone, who was their head coach, he was pretty much not a great head coach in my opinion. He didn't do much for the team, and he didn't bring any innovative ideas. So Dave Rennie, who's coming in, he seems like he's got, I was listening to him talk in the post-game interview conference, and he sounds like he knows what he's doing. He knows where the Wallabies are at. He's bringing in fresh ideas, and I think him coming in as head coach, and I think Michael Hooper with his 100th cap, he brought a lot of good leadership to this game. I think that those two really were driving forces in just pulling this Wallabies team together. That being said, continuing on in the first half, last bit of the first half, there's a scramble, ball comes loose. All Blacks get it. All Blacks do what they do best. It's already getting into stoppage time for halftime, and they start passing it around, and sure enough, Rieko Ioane's coming in. He's about to score the try, and when he puts it down, he drops it. When you are at an international level, and I'm saying that, I love Rieko Ioane. I think he's a great player. I've loved watching him when he was a winger. I've been one of the people who really wanted to see him come in as a center, but he did not have a great showing this game, in my opinion. And especially that, you have one job to just, when you're in there, put the ball down. Now, he's been doing that style of put down, which is where he jumps and pushes the ball down while he's flying through the air. It looks cool, and he's used to it, but unfortunately, it's very risky. Hence what we saw there. Now, what you should do, especially given the conditions didn't look like they were great. You don't risk it like that. You slide in, you leave the theatrics for when you're playing a lesser team, or I don't care. You, as an international rugby player, should know, even from basics, club rugby, you put the ball down. You don't get cocky. You're in the try zone. You put it down properly. That's just basics. So that was my little rant. I was very upset about that. Because what ended up happening is you shifted the game from from being 15-3 going into the half to 8-3 going in the half. So it's not really forgivable. It's a huge momentum swing. To have that lead you into the second half with this huge lead versus a kind of a lead, which the Wallabies can turn quickly. And I think that's kind of what happened in the second half. Now, All Blacks did pull off a beautiful set piece move off their lineout, where Aaron Smith scored in the corner, I believe. Just beautiful. The lineout, they were very good in the lineout, the All Blacks. Cody Taylor, I believe, pops it in to George Bridge, runs a beautiful line. George Bridge comes out and he passes it to Aaron Smith, who beats the Wallabies 9, Nick White, I want to say. Sorry, I forget his name. To the corner, puts it down. It was a beautiful try. It was classic All Blacks, good set piece move. But then from there, Australia came back, and I think the first try from Corey Betty was just beautiful. It was a set piece as well. They work it off, and they catch Ioane lacking in a drift. He kind of pinches in like a winger would. So that's one of the things I didn't really love. I thought they really exposed him because he's been playing wing for so long that sometimes he forgets you're not a winger, and the defensive styles are very different. So when he comes in to make that hit, he should be drifting. So they catch him off guard, they get an overlap, and they get it to Corey Betty, and that man is so strong, so powerful. Credit to Damien McKenzie, the 15. He makes a great hit on Corey Betty, but unfortunately, it's just too close to the line. Corey Betty is a world-class winger, and he just puts it down. He's got too much pace, too much power. He's bigger than Damien McKenzie. The other try, I feel terrible for this, but I don't know the name of the person who scored. But Nick White, ball pops out, and he basically grabs the ball from the ground and flicks it behind him, and it's an easy run-in for the winger. Just a beautiful display from Nick White. I think he had a good game. I thought overall, those two tries, really were a reward for the hard work the Wallabies had put in. Then, they're leading. Jordy Barrett ties it up, and we get into one of the craziest ends to the game, just back and forth. It went to 88 minutes, I believe. It was the 89th minute, sorry, when the game finally ended. Well into stoppage time. Both teams are exhausted. Good back and forth. Reece Hodge for the Australian team just belts the ball and just really almost hits this huge 60-meter kick when most kickers couldn't even come close, and he had more distance. He hits the post. Wallabies actually get it back. They're pushing. All Blacks get it back. They drive it down the field. They're so close. They get a knock on, and really you're just you're kind of in this back and forth battle that was beautiful to see. Wallabies then kick it out as soon as they get possession back, and I 100% agree with that decision. They got the draw. Makes the series not best of 4 but best of 3, which makes it nice and tidy for winning. Kicks the ball out. Everyone's tired, and as Wallabies is smart, you've already had a great showing. A lot of people think that Wallabies mentally won that, if that makes sense, and you're not going to try and push all the way back down the field against the All Blacks when you're that tired. So, great game overall. Sorry this video is very long. I'm still getting the format of breakdowns. I'll probably be putting out a second video here talking about more the All Blacks and what I think happened, because a lot of people coming to this game thought they were just going to destroy. If you guys are looking for shorter videos, please let me know if you've lasted this long. And please like, share, and subscribe with the channel. We really appreciate that. And overall, I'll see you guys soon.
All right.